The debate about aid isn't about the idea of aid, whether it's a good idea. Of course it is in a world where you have billionaires and people starving to death. The debate about aid is about its practical effectiveness, and there the picture is a lot more muddy. Does aid get to those starving people? Well, very often not. It gets siphoned off in illegal transfers, corruption, to ministers and officials, and to aid workers, and to other groups, say rebels and so on. It also gets siphoned off in licit but still questionable transfers to aid workers. A middle ranking aid worker in Eastern Congo earns more than the British Prime Minister. Is that an effective use of these resources? There are other practical problems. Aid displaces government from its normal duties. If aid groups take care of, say, health and education, how is a country ever going to learn to take care of its own? Thirdly, if aid most aid goes to Africa, and at a time when the continent is increasingly ascendant economically and demanding sovereign control over its own affairs, is aid an appropriate approach to that continent? The solutions here are to do mostly with viewing aid for what it really is, a $126 billion a year industry, and applying normal business regulation to ensure results, performance, and transparency. Perhaps then we'll have an aid industry that doesn't tell us that the poor world is in permanent crisis when in fact it is, as the name suggests, developing.